What's going on, everybody? So, I have a couple things. One is I'm going to be moving, so that's pretty much in the works towards the end of it as of right now. So, what does that mean? Just the videos are just actually going to be, I have been amping them out and definitely dishing them out. They're going to become a higher quality though, and just different topics, array of different topics, and maybe just different scenery, different setups, different places. All mean the same thing, I guess. Anyways, for the topic of this video, spirituality equals religion, though religion is man made, or so to speak, gets its aspects from spirituality. Spirituality equals religion, but I would even go as far as say spirituality triumphs overall. And I guess it's more so what you believe in. You could call it that, but that's exactly what the religions are. All the religions have the same ideals. It's always the same. Love, forgiveness, and, treat others how you want to be treated. They're all the same, basically, just worded differently, different languages, maybe some twists and turns between the other ones, but it doesn't matter because it's not the real deal. And it never will be because it's not going to be written down, so to speak. And that's the problem, is someone's trying to write it down. If someone wanted to give you an answer, they're not going to give you it in tall tales and stuff that you don't necessarily even believe, but that there's no proof to back it up. Many things come into play right there, but it's all the religions to some degree are been distorted and they're not the real self. But what I was saying is, if anybody wanted to give you a piece of information that was valuable, actually valuable, they would tell you directly and not hinder it with a bunch of words and da da da. It wouldn't be a novel. It'd go right to the point. There's nowhere else to go. If someone's not going right to the point, then they're deluding you in one way or another. They're deluding you. Anyways, again, all religion is coming from spirituality. Spirituality is not coming from religion. So all the religious fanatics, to be honest, I know a lot of people online say they're a Christian and maybe even, I don't really see people talking about religion ever, like literally ever in my life. I don't even understand how it's that big. It's kind of bizarre, actually. Like it's like all under the curtain. I just can't even remember the last time I really heard anyone really talk about religion. Yeah, once in a while you get that crazy fanatic, Jesus. I'm going to be doing a video on Jesus too. But other than that, I don't really even see anyone really talk about or even discuss religion. Now that may be online. Yeah, people online may do that a little bit more, but in everyday life, I don't really see anyone even talking about it ever or even mentioning it. And I definitely don't see people parading about it, obviously in church. But what I'm saying is like, it's not incorporated necessarily. At least what I'm saying is it's not incorporated in people's lives. I don't see it. I don't see it put into work. I'm not saying it doesn't in some churches it's not going on. Of course it's going on, but I'm not seeing it outside of the church. Spirituality is always going to be true because it's above and beyond religion. It has to be because that's where religion gets all its stuff and all its parables, all its tales from that, basically. More so the spiritual world, if we say that. Did some people get messages from guides and God? Sure, but the religions are twisted and turned from you to make it very unclear. And also, the person who gets that message, he can't just give that message to someone else. If you go to the spiritual world, which is death, if you go there, when you can go there alive, you can't give that experience to someone else. They have to experience it for themselves. Anyways, all the religions are pointing to the same thing, which is enlightenment. At the end all, do all, that's it all. Like, I can make every video about the same thing. And most people do. That's what gurus do. They all go to the same thing. Doesn't matter. You may think it's going somewhere else if they're good, but it's all going to the same thing. All religions are pointing to the same thing. Buddha, Jesus Christ, Muhammad. It doesn't matter. It gets very confusing actually when you look into all that stuff. But they're all going to the same place. And another word for enlightenment would be stillness. It's a homecoming, and it's coming back to where you naturally are. Now, I will say this, not everyone's going to get there. No way. It's just not happening. Only a few people actually get there. And usually, it's accidentally they get there. In that case, Eckhart Tolle. People that have near-death experiences. That they weren't trying to get there. Very few people are actually putting in work because sometimes the work is counterintuitive. But anyways, when you put in work to get there, it raises your chance to get there, but it doesn't mean you're going to get there. You could be on your way, but that could take forever. That could literally take lifetimes. And to not believe in reincarnation is actually absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Like, absolutely insane not to believe in it. It's not even that. It's just like reincarnation's basically, you can go into many shapes and forms, for sure. And the Buddhists have a different way when they talk about reincarnation. I'm not going to get into that, but when you have a thought, thoughts are a form. They're actually a physical form. More so on the other side, the spiritual world, the spiritual realm, the astral world. What you think in the spiritual world becomes like it just pops up. Like, that's what happens. And in this world, it pops up, but it doesn't manifest. It takes a long time, and you have to be consistent with that, basically, for it to manifest that fast. It's already manifesting once you have it as a thought. But once you have no thought, this is what the Buddhists say, you'll have another thought, but you'll become the thought. You'll literally become that thought. I am Jesus. Or I'm Mr. Popular. Or I'm this, I'm ugly. Maybe judgmental matters. It's never ending, basically. But the whole point and the gist of this is religion points to you in one way. They're all pointing to one thing at the end of the day. Ideals. They want you to become this perfect person, which is a mirror, or an image of God. That's all they want you to become. That's all they're really pointing out. Because that's all there is. Is to become like that. If you're going to go another direction, then you're going to want no sort to this. You're not even going to want to hear about anything that has to do with God or Jesus. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, this is definitely a long topic. I can't believe I'm already 10 minutes into this. And again, it's more so the ideals of religion. That's what what really matters the most. That's what everyone's aiming towards, and it's the same thing again, which would be love. All right, so have a nice one. Make sure you subscribe to my channel.